Good evening, Contest of Champions. Here we are, week 2. We had a lot of close calls, a lot of photo finishes, but we're here to go through it all. We're here to get some of that
Hey, we're
bad beats
sweating.
out. That sweat. Either you were on the receiving end or it happened to you. We're here to talk about it. Let's get into some league pick.
Sure, our little league pick'em. Oh my God, let's look at the league pick'em. I'll
Which
click
one
on the
of you
right tab.
fine folks disappointed me?
I think really you're looking at it wrong. You just didn't believe in the right people, like some of us who maybe picked a little bit better. You know?
So I picked.
I can't look at your pick'em.
Nathan.
Oh wait, group picks.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, group
Yeah,
picks.
yeah.
There we go.
Nathan, Dan, poor Dan.
We'll talk about that. Tragedy.
Right.
Tragedy struck Dan's team for
Jeremy,
like 2 quarters.
you guys let me down.
The boys. I got a lot of shit. For picking you guys, but don't worry. I'm on your side, Evan and Travis. We're here together. I went against the oligarchy over here, and it paid off. All right.
Oh, you hate to see it. All right, let's get into these.
Get into the matchups. Oh wow. Let's just look here. Andrew, I have a quick question to ask you. After 2 weeks, what's the most amount of wins that you can have? You're right. It's fucking 2. Who came out and gave me a good team? What? And by good team, I mean good matchups, because my team actually sucks, but haha, nerds 2-0, baby. I'm going to talk my shit, it's only going to last for like 10 more minutes. And then next week I'm going to lose, and it's going to get real bad. Anyway, Nathan's team sucks. It's really all more the story. Aaron Jones, good player. 30-point player. Easy dub. This game looks closer than I thought it was going to be going into last night.
Sure.
Like, I was down 6, and I had Derrick Henry and Kirk Cousins, and I was like, oh, easy 20, 25-point win. I'm just going to wind up blowing him out. I really hope that I can score, like, 115, 120, try to at least bump the numbers up on the season a little bit. No, you can have your 106, and you can move on with the W. And I went, all right, that's fine. Kirk Cousins sure tried. Sure tried to give it back.
Scoring 8. Derrick Henry scoring also 8.
This is terrifying.
We need to have some conversations about the league's top tier running backs because they don't seem like it.
Oof.
They don't seem like it.
I was looking at this. Nathan would have won with a Drake London over Juju Smith-Schuster play.
Yeah, Nathan, this goes out to you, who I'm sure listens religiously.
Religiously, of course.
Drop Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah. This goes out to the league. Drop all Kansas City Chiefs wide receivers. They shouldn't be on your team. Not a single one of them.
Now listen, you did have to not face Alvin Kamara, which doesn't, that obviously helps.
Listen, we can show. I'm not going to show my other team in my other league. I only scored 79 points because I've already done my waivers in that league. Yeah, I'm real sad. Alvin Kamara owner as well. Didn't go very well. And Chase Edmonds poop. Chase Edmonds is we're in shambles.
T's and P's for the people that believed in Chase Edmonds.
Your team scores 42 points, and you're the starting running back, and you have 5. That's unfortunate. And then we'll all bench him next week, and he'll have a nice 17-point game. Of course. Mark Andrews, good player. Drafted him to be this kind of player. Was this kind of player. Love that.
Anthony, you're 2-0. Cherish it, buddy.
Cherish it. We've never been here before. And we're going to talk our shit like we've never been here before. John Dotson, question mark, good player.
I would like to state, for the record, Anthony currently has the least points against.
Fantastic, isn't it? I've banked 5 years of karma in this league of getting shit on every week by guys who score like 150. I've earned this, okay? And honestly, listen, I just have to get to the escape hatch that is DeAndre Hopkins in week 6. The fact that I already have 2, I go 2-4. DeAndre's coming. It's fine. I get reinforcements.
Next matchup.
Moving on. I smell poop.
Let me get the mic on this one for a little bit. Fellas, listen. You draft your team. You're thinking you got a good squad. You go out there, you play a couple weeks, and you start to think, wait a minute. maybe my team is not so good. And you start to think, okay, what can we do, right? Because the big thing is you don't want to just ride it out. Right? You got to make moves. Got to make trades, transactions. So listen, fellas, anybody that wants to trade me for any player on my team, send me a trade. We'll work something out.
That's what you wanted the mic for?
The market is open. Okay. But in all seriousness, I talked to Craig today. He was obviously unhappy with the outcome. Justin Jefferson really let him down.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
You got fucking special teams gapped too.
Dude.
Jesus. Look at this special teams tight end gap. You have Jalen Hurts, 30-point player. What are the rules? We are back to the norm. Anthony scores 31 points, Aaron Jones. W. Andrew scores 34 points with Jalen Hurts. W. 30 points players win games.
Jalen bailed me
Curtis
out.
Samuel.
Good player. Good player, Curtis
Good
Samuel.
player.
Good pickup.
I love, by the way, all week, DJ Moore, CD Lamb, DJ Moore, .2. .2. It didn't matter. It didn't matter one bit.
I missed out on like 4 points at the very end. I was like, I'm going to start CD over Brandon. And you texted me, you said, disgusting,
Don't do that.
hate that.
I do hate that. I will say, though, this is the best line that you could see for CD. As a CD owner in the Cooper Rush era, getting 7 receptions on 11 targets, that's cash money.
I will say, Brandon Cooks did have 3 almost touchdowns in his game.
Yeah.
He got like pushed out of bounds, dropped 1, and then something else stupid happened.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I mean, guys.
Michael Thomas is real.
Michael Thomas is real. Dalvin Cook? Maybe
Oh,
not
God.
real. Oh, panic button, boys.
For those who don't know, I was memeing Andrew about trying to flip Aaron Jones for Dalvin Cook before last night's game, and then I went in my brain, oh, never mind. I'm okay.
Yeah, I mean, now listen, he gets to play the Lions, so like everything, nature will heal, but I don't know, guys. I'm nervous.
As a Kirk Cousins, I have sure goddamn hope nature heals the Lions. Good thing I didn't start Trey Lance, by the way.
All right.
Now, from poop to the mountaintop, the banger that was Bender versus Dam. You let me down, Dam. You know who let us down? AJ Brown.
I'll point him out.
AJ Brown, bad player. Been saying it for weeks. It's not actually true. He got hurt, came back, battled through, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's a Dalton Schultz angle here on this one, boys.
Also got hurt, though. Like...
That's what I'm saying. They got hurt. Yeah, it does.
Dan just lost. Listen, if Dan plays the 3 more quarters of football that he was supposed to get from these 2 players, I bet he scores 3 more points.
Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, that's a great game. I mean, listen.
30-point players get W's. We're back to the norm.
That's true. I'm a big Nick Chubb fan over here, so.
Yeah.
Love it. Listen, Bender scored so many points. He had points to spare on his bench.
Hot. Oh my God.
Hot Bender, hot. Daniel. I mean, it's nice to see David Montgomery, do well. I think that's.
Dan's team going to be just fucking fine.
If there's a silver lining here, I mean, love to see David Montgomery doing good stuff.
Listen, Christian McCaffrey has played 2 full football games, and he's still going to plan to play the 3rd one. So, I mean, that's as great as we can ask for.
Yeah, this is solid.
I mean, huge Debo bump. Jimmy G is back. Big Debo bump.
Better. I think all the 49ers players are going to get better.
Dan gets robbed by Jalen Waddle's. The best fantasy day of Jalen Waddle's career robbed Dan. And I mean that past, present, future. Jalen Waddle will never score more than 35 points ever again.
Woof.
I'll confidently say that.
Wow. Honestly,
bold take.
That's a write in the chat kind of take. You have to write that down.
No one's keeping track of that.
Bender Dan, great game, great matchup. Hey, points for still matters. All right.
Points for definitely matters. Oh my God.
David. We gotta talk, bud. You are on a
David versus Goliath, and Goliath squished him like a bug.
Yeah.
You know what's better than a 30-point player? A 40-point player. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Kyle actually won with Lamar plus a monster.
Yeah, 80 points from 2 guys.
Yeah, David only scored 69. David gets blanked by Hunter Henry. The tight end market going to be hot this week in the waiver wire. People ready to bail on their tight ends. I am concerned about the poop that is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that I was concerned about preseason.
Anthony, this is an important question, not relevant to what we're doing right now at all. What is Kyle's full name? Oh, never mind. I actually did know that answer.
Like his middle name?
His middle name. I did. Yeah, I didn't see. He just texted. I didn't remember it, and I was like, oh wait, that's right. Of course.
There's a football team that plays there.
That's right. That's right. All right, moving on.
Are we moving on? We're just not even talking about the gaps here.
Listen. I answered Jeremy's text even while we're doing recordings. Okay.
Wow, that's better than Nathan, from what I hear.
Never mind. Let's not get sidetracked.
Not get sidetracked. Kyle
right.
loses Mike Evans for a week. Damian Harris is a good player though. He can have confidence to put him back in.
Damian Harris might be banged up.
James Conner also might be banged up.
Yeah. Benjamin owners unite.
I don't. Daryl Williams owners unite. Cordell Patterson's sad boys. Oh my God, David, there are greener pastures ahead for you, buddy. Go save some lives.
Anyway, David, at me. Send me a trade request, bud. Come on, let's talk.
How can these two bad teams figure out how to be better teams?
Listen, let me.
I'm just saying, I caught heat from Greg about 1 hour after the review last time we did it. Anthony, why don't you believe in my team? Well, because your team's going to lose, Greg. That's why I don't believe in your team. Evan started a 0 and still won. You didn't want that smoke. And now you start Rashad Penny. You also basically started a 0. But what did I say going into the game? I said that Josh Allen more or less covers Stephon Diggs. Jamar Chase will more or less cover Joe Burrow. They're going to cancel each other out, and then it's going to be up to the rest of the team to win the game for one of these players. And sheesh, Evan's team definitely did.
Evan's strategy of playing Buffalo players,
working,
defense included,
working. Yeah.
Josh Allen good at football, if you guys don't know.
Yeah, so I've been told.
What they say.
Stephon Diggs also pretty fucking good at football. Jesus.
Evan's 2-0. You're 2-0. What's going on here? What's happening? Crazy.
Kyle's 2-0. Oh my God, we have turned the league upside down. When was the last time we saw David, Nathan, Jeremy all in the bottom third? These guys are the fucking top of the scoreboard usually. Even Greg, 6 plays. Damn. Greg got to figure out those running backs. Go put in a bid for Daryl Williams.
Yeah. Greg. Hey, Greg, you need a running back? Reach out, buddy. Reach out. I'm available.
Big Rex Burkhead cut last week. Cut him and did not get punished. Love that.
Drop, and never speak of again. All right, Evan, you're doing great, bud. Love to see it.
Might vote for you again this week. Who knows? Don't know who you're playing. We'll figure it out. 30-point players, by the way, in that last game cancel each other out. Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen. Stephon Diggs did not score 40. Otherwise, Greg would have won automatically. Those are the rules. Golden snitch. Yeah. Wow. Jeremy breaks the 30-point player rule. Come on, Jeremy.
He started Russell Wilson.
Should have started Darnell Mooney. Dork.
So Russell Wilson
literally did not have a better option, huh?
Badge.
It was obviously Raheem Mostert over Ezekiel Elliott. Come on, it's clear as day.
Listen, when are we cutting ties with Ezekiel Elliott? When are we just, honestly, when is Jeremy just landmining Ezekiel Elliott, cutting him and just letting him sit on the wire?
I don't think anybody will pick him up.
You're insane. Well, I will pick him up. What?
Got it.
That was a stupid comment.
Jeremy, you now know who will accept the landmine trade. Trade Andrew for Ezekiel Elliott. Get him out.
I'm just saying. I mean, I think for the rest of the year, like Zeke's just going to continue to disappoint you.
Yeah, for sure. Why would you pick him up then?
I mean,
yeah, it's a big Gabe gap.
Big Gabe gap.
Especially the way it went down too. I don't know that Jeremy would have played somebody other than Darnell Mooney, but just knowing Jeremy's free agency track history, had Big Gabe gone down on Friday, potentially Jeremy finds a different option than Darnell Mooney to slot in there. Let's take a look at the player available players. All right.
Dude, I can already tell you the player that was on the wire that he should have played. Garrett Wilson.
Well, listen, we'll talk about that later. But like, let's take a look at the players. Honestly, you could have just started any Jets wide receiver. You know what? Before I forget, because I have an open spot on my roster. Let me just go into this week's #1 ad, Garrett Wilson, and put a respectable $100 down, and we'll just add that guy to our roster. All right? No ifs, ands, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Garrett Wilson coming to my squad.
I mean, listen, guys. This may be one of the first times in recent memory where
more than one player bids on a New York Jet.
No, where Jeremy's team is kind of sussy.
I think Jeremy's team will be fine. I do think that Russ is gonna he's gonna figure it out to some degree, right? Like he's not gonna be 11 points bad. Even last week, bad week. Like he scores 20 points. Like, but it might be a come back to earth moment of all right. Russ isn't gonna get you those 35-point bangers anymore. Russ is new Kirk Cousins, as everybody has seen the meme. The league is just a bunch of Kirk Cousinses. Maybe Russ is just he's your 15 to 25 point guy now. Who knows? But I think that's kind of all Jeremy's team needs. And it needs a healthy Gabe Davis, because Gabe Davis is so much of his upside.
It is. Listen, 2-week sample size. I am now willing to admit that my initial take on Travis's team was incorrect. He in fact does have a good team, and I was wrong.
Wow, that's very big of you to admit. Welcome aboard, James Robinson, running back 1. I actually don't even know if that's true. I don't know how many points ETN scored, so let me check.
Yeah, trust me, I had to pick between Robinson or ETN in another league, and I lost because I chose ETN.
Yeah, I don't know why everybody believes that Travis Etienne, the guy who doesn't play, thinks will be better than James Robinson. Also, I don't know if anybody watched James Robinson's touchdown run. Oh man, I don't know what the wind was like on that play, but I don't know how nobody caught that man from behind. He was lugging a fridge on his back to the end zone, but he got there, and that's all that matters. Brees Hall, good player. This is great for Travis.
Travis, we were talking about it last night, but work on that Greg Joseph. Okay.
Wins in a week with no Keenan Allen and J.K. Dobbins too.
I know. Travis looking scary, boys. Maybe a return to the championship for Mr. T. Slice.
Is that everybody? Moving on to week 2. Moving on to matchups for week 3.
Was that everybody?
Yeah, it's everybody.
Efficient. I like that.
We did it quick and easy.
That.
I like that you said that Jeremy's team is a bad team, because that bodes very well for me. In this week,
of this one,
boop.
Every single time I pick Anthony, he loses. So.
Pick Jeremy.
So Jeremy, I got you, bro.
Wow, this is where I pick Jeremy. I can't lose, right? Either I get to pick him right, or I win.
I know the formula. I can figure this out.
I know the Krabby Patty formula. Listen, we got some decisions to make all around. George Kittle, go have yourself a week. Sit down again, okay? That calf is acting up. We don't need you back out here. Actually, come play hurt. I'm terrified of Gerald Everett. Gerald Mount Everett, okay?
Gerald Mount Everett. That's right.
I am terrified of that guy. Guys, somebody help me out. Is it Allen Robinson or Darrell Henderson? I can't figure out which Ram to start every week. And I'm going to have this problem forever. It's Allen Robinson for me. Arizona can't stop any sort of pass. They are bad.
Dude, are you not starting? I mean, you're not starting both?
If Jerry Judy's not healthy,
all right,
maybe. But honestly, it could be a Jahan Dotson angle over Allen Robinson.
Kind of hot.
I'm kind of afraid that Darrell Henderson, that like this week was the crossover week, and it's Cam Akers' team next week.
Here's the thing with Jahan Dotson, okay?
Keeps falling in the end zone.
He keeps falling in the end zone. His numbers are very inflated by those touchdowns.
Very mediocre. Here's the thing about the Commanders. Carson Wentz has thrown the ball like 98 times in like 2 weeks.
Flinging it.
He is throwing the ball a lot. Andrew, I got a trivia question for you. Do you know who leads the league in pass attempts?
Wow. I don't think it's Carson Wentz. Otherwise, you would have. That's a weird lead-in. But yeah, Carson Wentz.
It is Joe Flacco.
Okay, there you go.
Joe Flacco leads the league in pass attempts by a double-digit margin. He has like 102 attempts. The next guy's at like 89. Like nobody has 90 attempts. Joe Flacco's thrown the ball 102 times through 2 weeks.
That's a lot.
It's great. Listen, get right game for I don't know why I clicked on that for Derrick Henry, please. Please.
Maybe. I don't know. I do not know about that guy. I do not. Listen,
Kirk Cousins against Detroit.
If you look at all, like a lot
Tyreek
of
Hill
the
against
first-round
Buffalo.
running backs, a lot of the first-round running backs. I mean,
It is not great up there.
Severely underperforming. I mean, the wide receivers taken in like the first and early half of the second round are making them look like chumps.
Yeah, absolutely.
Crazy.
Listen, I am looking at it. I can't actually figure out who I like better here. Jeremy, I'm predicting the counter matchup. This looks like a poop bowl to me. Like I know we're sitting at 109 to 110. I'm looking at a lot of flops here. I think me and Jeremy are coming out. I think I'm going back to back to back in like 80-point games, and I just hope Jeremy's down there with me.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of these projections are like really inflated.
I'm looking at that Austin Eckler number, just going no
18,
shot, right?
18?
Like that number looks absurd to me.
I mean, but yeah, it's just because he hasn't scored this year.
You say that he also hasn't run for 40 yards yet, Andrew. DeAndre Swift has 2 50-yard runs.
Yeah, Aaron Jones probably has a rough week. Maybe. Actually, Tampa Bay run defense, not real anymore. Maybe not.
Tampa Bay, not real anymore.
Maybe not.
I'm on record. I'm on record.
Are you on record if I said it first? What's going on?
I have been saying that the Tampa Bay Bucks are not going to be a good team since August. You get your shit out of here.
You've been saying that Tampa Bay wasn't going to be a good team for like 3 years.
That's not true.
Be right.
That's not true.
Listen, who'd you pick in the last matchup, by the way?
What do you mean?
Or this matchup? Yeah, who'd you pick?
I picked myself.
You picked yourself?
Of course I'm picking myself. It's a 50-50, and I'm one of the managers.
I would have never guessed that. But listen, boys, I love the idea of Anthony being 3-0. I'm going to pick Anthony.
I hate you.
Don't worry,
Pick Jeremy.
I got you.
All right, let's go. Oh my God, it's rivalry week. What's going on here? Kyle, what happened to you? What is Kyle's projection? Why doesn't Kyle have any points?
I am bummed out. I'm not going to be able to
watch
the game
Mike Evans.
with Kyle. I'm going to be on a boat.
On a boat. I'm on a boat. Oh, Kyle gets Mike Evans against you?
He gets Mike Evans
against me. Or do you get Alan Lazarded against Tampa Bay's
Yeah.
horrific pass defense?
Listen, I definitely do not get Alan Lazarded. Rod, he's still not a good player. I mean, he's a totally fine NFL athlete, but like, I don't know.
Here's the thing.
I just don't.
Kyle's team is so much better than yours, and his matchups are horrific.
I know.
New England, Tampa Bay, the Rams. Kyle is playing like 4 of the last 5 Super Bowl champions in this matchup.
Yeah.
I do not want to pick you, but I don't have any choice.
I mean, listen. Obviously, Kyle could be fine. Like the projections don't mean anything.
No, they don't actually mean anything. But I'm just like looking.
Tough. He has some tough matchups.
Some tough matchups.
Amon Ra will have his usual.
Here's the other thing is I don't know if James Conner's gonna play.
I know.
I don't think he's gonna play. And then if he doesn't play, Kyle's thoughts in who? He thoughts in Elijah Moore. I actually low-key like that.
You like that better? Yeah.
I do. Than James Conner against the Rams. I low-key like Elijah Moore against Cincinnati. Listen, Andrew, let me throw a stat at you, right? All right, Joe Flacco leads the league in pass attempts.
Yeah, that's a good stat. That's a relevant stat.
That's a relevant stat. Okay, Elijah Moore, a couple of down weeks. Honestly, other leagues, because it's weird when we say it and then you go do it. Buy low on Elijah Moore. Go try to buy low on Elijah Moore. The Jets are going to throw the ball a lot because they're going to be losing a lot.
True.
And Elijah Moore is a talented player. It just so happens that Garrett Wilson and Corey Davis have gotten some shine the first couple of weeks. Does Jonathan Taylor?
No, he doesn't.
Dude, the Colts suck.
The Colts looked. I mean, obviously they got blown out. Matt Ryan looked fucking old. All right. He looked like an
This
old
this
man.
year has made it so apparent to me, and obviously this is gonna sound so fucking stupid, but like, hey guys, and by guys I mean general managers of the NFL, because I know you're
Yes,
watching.
me.
Wide receivers are important to quarterback success. It's just so obvious when you look around the league and you just go, oh, it doesn't matter how good that quarterback is because his wide receivers are JV players. And that's what Matt Ryan was working with. Michael Pittman probably back this week also, by the way. Bump. Um, I just like, I'm just waiting for one of these high paid quarterbacks to just not get paid. And then like go to a different team and be bad because the weapons there are bad. And then like NFL owners be vindicated. I'm picking Kyle. And it's based purely on my love of Alan Lazard and nothing else. And I actually think it's a Jonathan Taylor bounce back week.
Possibly.
3-0
All
the
right,
dream.
moving on.
3-0 the dream. And he waddled away.
Oh, wait.
This is also
David.
gross.
David. I'm pretty sure that Najee Harris is not very good this year. Not that he's not a good player. I just don't think he's going to be good this year.
Let me ask you a question, Andrew. Over under. What week does Kenny Pickett come in? He's coming. Kenny Pickett is coming. Who's adding him this week for $0?
Jeremy is.
I know. I already know.
It's just it's not Najee's fault. I think. I think the Steelers' offense just sucks.
I'm looking at like where does Kenny Pickett come in? This schedule's horrific. The only shot is you start him in week 4 against the Jets, but like no cap, if he's not good, like the Jets are just gonna win that game. Like I'm gonna toot my Jets horn because we finally got a fucking win. I know everybody saw it because it's been on everything everywhere. I don't think we're terrible anymore. Are we great? No, but like I don't think the Jets are a walkover win, and I think they're gonna ride the momentum. You tell me if I'm daydreaming about that. But
you are. Listen, here's the thing.
I am walkover win. We're terrible. Damn.
Yeah. But honestly, the Ravens thought you guys were so bad they just stopped playing. Or who did you guys play? Oh, the Browns thought you were so bad they just
the Browns.
playing.
Yeah, that was funny. And they lost. GG get punished. Look, sometimes all you need.
Yeah, they got punished for their hubris.
All you need is a little hope and momentum. And I don't know why I'm highlighting this. Matchups.
Let's talk
Listen,
roster right quick,
Lenny.
Okay?
Lenny gonna gash Green Bay. Terrible run defense.
Listen. Drop Cole Kmet. Okay. Drop Nicole Hardman. Okay. Put in a bunch of fat bids on some new players.
Garrett Wilson.
Trade one of your Seattle Seahawks wide receivers. Okay. Trade me Travis Etienne because you know that I will overpay for him. And hope that Chris Godwin comes back. Okay? Because you need to stop losing.
Yeah.
And I don't see how you win this week.
I don't either. And
it's just Patty Mahomes for $1 million. And that's really it. That's the only out.
Yeah. Your team, I'm realizing this now. David's team has no burst. Like, the burst was going to be Chris Godwin. It was going to be Travis Etienne. But, like, these guys are just, like, Lenny's best day is, like, 18, 19 points. You know what I mean? Like, he's never going to drop a 35 bomb. He might. Like, obviously, any player can. But, like, you ever see Leonard Fournette running for 177 yards and, like, 2 touchdowns? No. Like, Lenny's best day is, like, 111 and 2. Like, that's a great day. You sign on the dotted line, but I feel like the same thing about Najee. Like, I just don't think that these running backs have the pump. That's why I really hated them at the back of the first. They don't have the pump to just, like, score 30 points on good weeks because their offenses are just so weird. Like, I'd be more confident that Cordell Patterson could score 30 points than these two players.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough going.
Yeah.
I think.
I got Bender.
Yeah, I have picked Bender as well. David, you gotta make some transactions, but save your year.
Maybe Jalen Waddle gets blanked by Buffalo again. That's a possible out. Joe Mixon gets game scripted out of the game like Devin Singletary because the Bengals are up 40 against the Jets in the second quarter. That was terrible. By the way, I don't know if anybody anywhere started Devin Singletary. Tragic. You're just like, oh, what's the best possible scenario for my first down, second down running back? Oh, that the team is just running the other team over and they'll just ice the clock. But what if you're up by 30, 10 minutes into the game, and James Cook just gets all the run because he's a rookie and we don't need to hurt Devin Singletary? That was like pretty
The
hard to
starters
watch.
start coming out.
The starters start coming out and literally halfway through the third quarter. Crazy.
All right.
DJ Chuck.
Dan. You guys don't know this, but Nathan and Dan hate each other.
Wow. Little known fact.
This is how rumors get spread. Nathan and Dan, Nathan's a very hateful person. You guys don't know that.
I definitely know that about Nathan. Let's see.
He just despises Dan. And Dan, it's mutual. It's mutual. You know. Nathan, we've given you our piece. Both you and David. I don't know what it is. Stop starting bad tight ends. Start both of you. Is Tyler Higbee? Yeah, both of you should go and bid for Tyler Higbee.
No, I can't believe that Tyler Higbee is on the wire, in this league, because I have a Dalton Schultz in our other league, and I was like, who are the tight ends that I'm going to go after this week, because I don't have one, and I was the Taysom Hill owner, so I got a bunch of bad tight ends, like these guys do. Higbee taken. I was like, damn it, I kind of wanted Higbee.
You guys should pick the good one. Also, Logan Thomas. Grab him.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Logan Thomas is kind of fake, like Jahan Dotson's fake, though.
No, I believe 6 and 5 targets. I take those all day.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Are the Redskins just gonna be down 30 points at halftime every game this season and then try to come back? Possible. Possible.
Also, two things kind of freaks me out. Evan Ingram, no cap.
Evan
Ingram, I'm pretty sure has more tight end points than both of Nathan's starters and David's starters. And Evan Ingram, without long hair, looks like a completely different human.
And he's wearing like number 17 or something too. He's wearing a weird number.
He looks completely different.
He's wearing a weird number or something.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, he's a new man. Pick him up, start him.
Listen, there may or may not be a $0 bid in for Evan Ingram in the other league. I will not say any more than that.
You guys should be trying to get Tyler Higbee because he is a superior tight end to
anybody who needs a tight end. Go bid on Tyler Higbee. We're really juicing the Tyler Higbee value, and I'm just sitting here as like the Mark Andrews owner, and I'm like, nerds. Anyway, this is Slam Lock Dan.
He's also in the market for tight end.
Sorry, Nathan. Like, this is a Slam Lock Dan angle. You got nothing here. I'm not gonna pick against the 30-point projected win total here.
I mean, listen, Nathan doesn't have all of his players in. Okay.
It's just Kamara.
I'm sure he would move some people around.
I mean, yeah, but like Bateman goes up, Schuster comes out, Kamara goes in. You're still starting both of these running backs. Maybe you take a shot on Brandon Ayuk, but like Nathan's projected points are barely gonna cross 100. Like if he's gonna get like 103. Like,
yeah, I mean I'm going Dan, but Nathan, do your best, okay?
I believe in you, Nathan.
Transactions, boys. Transactions. Don't be afraid of trades.
It's a dangle.
Get nuts.
A Dan angle.
Don't sit and stew in your own losses. Okay?
Oh my god, it is rivalry week, but we got the same name matchup.
Matchups.
Loser has to change their name forever.
So here's a problem for Greg, and this was a problem last week. Stephon Diggs, great game. Courtland Sutton, pretty solid game. Devontae Adams,
saved by a touchdown, but not a good game. Yeah.
It's a terrible game without a touchdown. You kidding me?
Yeah.
It's a triangle. Greg needs all of his pieces to work, otherwise, it's not gonna happen.
Joey Burrow really letting Greg down.
Yeah, I mean, he did what he could. He showed up.
I mean, yeah, but like this, it's the same thing we're talking about Russell Wilson, right? Like you draft Joe Burrow to like drop bombs, and like he's just coming out here scoring 16, 19.
I mean, listen, if you have a non-running quarterback score you 16, I'm happy with that.
Fine, yeah, but like I don't know, calling Joe Burrow a non-running quarterback is kind of an overstatement. He runs a little bit, but like yeah, I mean he's not Kyler Murray.
He runs like Carson Wentz runs.
I mean it's better than that, but yes, you are correct.
Carson Wentz has wheels.
Listen, it's a step above Carson Wentz and a step below Daniel Jones. It's right in there.
Here's the thing.
Michael Pittman going in.
Michael Pittman in. Cam Akers in.
Cam Akers in. Yeah, probably.
Cam Akers in.
Probably start Cam Akers. Honestly, is it Michael Pittman in? Tony Pollard in? Like, when are we starting? When are we starting to consider Tony Pollard just like an every week flex possibility? I'm not saying every week flex start him, but like.
Yeah, Tony Pollard's always been that. Like he's always been like he might have a good week.
But like every year that Zeke gets older, Tony Pollard gets like one more carry, per game. So like, it was it was 10 touches a game 2 seasons ago. It's 11 touches a game last season. Now it's like 12 touches a game, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, 12 touches a game. Tony Pollard pretty good.
That's a starting running back.
That's a starting running back. Pretty good. I would kill for Chase Edmonds to get 12 touches a game.
I mean, listen, you're talking to the guy that rolls Kareem Hunt out every week, okay? So I know 12 touches a game is pretty good to me.
Listen, I'm just saying. I mean, first of all, Arizona defense, bad. Go start Cam Akers. I mean, Cam Akers and Michael Pittman are going in. Hunter Renfrow is not going to play, so him and Jamal Williams are coming out. Love that you're just Jay Williams squad. You're probably not starting San Francisco D against Denver. Maybe. Is there a special teams gap? Does Baltimore D just like gap New England? No, because I think Baltimore's defense is also not good.
I mean, you can ask Tua Tagovailoa how Baltimore's defense is. Crazy, by the way. They finished with 9 points. They must have scored, right?
No.
How did they finish?
Oh, Devin Duvernay had the kick return touchdown.
Yes, he had to have scored. I was like, 9? Huh? Yeah.
Oh man, this one's close, bro.
This one is close. I mean, I think we're stalling because we don't know who to pick.
We're definitely stalling because we don't know who to pick. Is it just dude? Is this the matchup? First of all, it's the Javonte Williams Melvin Gordon matchup. It is the matchup of some of the worst running back cores in the league. Like, these running backs are bad. Wow. So here's the thing: who suffers more if Denver just fucking lays another egg? The Javonte Williams San Francisco defense owner, or the Cortland Sutton Melvin Gordon owner?
Ooh, well, I was gonna say, like, if based off of draft position, like if both running backs do bad.
But it's not the running backs; it's Cortland Sutton too,
I know.
Craig has the defense to capitalize. Also, you can't start your defense against your number one running back.
I mean,
also AJ Dillon, backup running back. Oh my god, he had 18 carries. Look how inefficient he was, by the way. Terrible player. Get him out of there. Free Aaron Jones.
Rough. It's a tough one. I think Stephon Diggs.
Picking against Stephon Diggs is so scary. He's so good.
Alone will score you 20 points.
Yeah.
And I don't think. I think Adams will also come back with another.
It's also like a down week for Tom Brady, I think, too, right? With the fucking like goon squad of wide receivers that are gonna roll out there this week.
Going Greg. Tom Brady is sucking butts.
Dude, but doesn't Justin Jefferson just cancel out Stephon Diggs? Dude, I called that, by the way. Watch the pre-draft show. I said Tom Brady's gonna have a bad fantasy year. 2-week sample size. I hate everything about this. I don't want to pick Melvin Gordon and Rashad Penny, but like Greg has backed me into a corner.
I've already selected Greg. I'm sorry, Greg. I've selected Greg.
Listen, I've been a Greg guy for like 5 years. This year I'm team anti-Greg.
Whoa.
Down with the Greg.
Whoa.
He'll talk to me about that later. No! What will I refuse? I abstain. I refuse to select a side in this matchup.
Listen.
Do we have any? Oh.
I love that the 2-0s have to play each other early.
Me too.
I like that. I don't like undefeated teams.
As somebody else who's 2-0, I also like that.
Here's what I'm gonna say. To show my commitment, and how wrong I was, I am picking Travis in this matchup.
I abstain.
Travis has really good matchups.
So does Evan, though.
He does.
Let me ask you a question, because this is the classic trope of like everybody is going to get so excited about Miami and Buffalo, right? There's going to be 900 points in this game. What happens when this game is just like a gross divisional rivalry that Buffalo wins like 16-10? Like I could see it, I could see it happening. It's going to happen one of these weeks, right?
So, listen. Buffalo's defense has scored 17 in week 1 and 20 in week 2. How many points do you think Buffalo defense?
They played terrible matchups, Andrew. They played the Super Bowl champions and the number 1 seed from the AFC last season. I mean, what couldn't you ask for better matchups for a defense?
Listen, this team gets to play the Jets twice a year. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And they get to play Detroit. So
What? Buffalo
Buffalo.
D? Oh yeah, Buffalo D. Great pick.
Buffalo's kind of scary, guys.
Great pick.
Phew.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I don't think Miami's gonna score. What happens if Miami's defense just like plays kind of well and they contain Buffalo a little bit? All of a sudden, a little low scoring game. Listen,
And they get to play. Listen,
Jamar Chase playing the Jets.
whew,
Andrew
look,
tells me
look
how
at
bad the Jets are. Jamar Chase playing the Jets.
Listen, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Evan, listen. Imagine trading for Buffalo defense. They still get to play New England twice, the Jets twice, Detroit, Pittsburgh's on here. I mean,
God, I hope that the Jets
Chicago.
score points.
Dude, I'm just saying, Buffalo defense MVP.
Are they just the New England defense of 2019 all over again?
Probably. I mean, it's crazy.
You
Like,
say that, but like low key, Dallas defense, by
Yeah.
the way, stinky. Never mind. I thought they were good.
No.
Problem is they give up too many points and they don't like create turnovers. But holy shit, Michael Parsons is a monster of a human being.
He is a monster. The problem is they're not scoring. Like that was the biggest
No.
thing last year.
They're not scoring and they're not even turning the ball over. Like they're just like they have one turnover in 2 weeks. Like they don't have fumbles, no picks.
I've made my selection. It's Koopa Stroopa's time.
I really want to abstain, but
Biggest selection.
that's not the game.
What the
That's
people
not the
want.
meme. Kyler Murray sucks at football. I'm a big Kyler Murray hater for anybody who doesn't know. I don't believe he's a very good football player. That's our last matchup. Go out, go to your local My Team near you, cancel your bids for Garrett Wilson because I'm bidding $100. I would just like everybody to know you're not gonna outbid me for Garrett Wilson.
All right. Last thing to say, boys.
I need a
I
starting
mean
wide
this,
receiver.
and I don't mean this as like a meme. Transactions. Make trades with each other. Figure it out. You know. Be collaborative.
I would love to see a trade that you and I are not a part of in this league.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to get these guys to trade.
They hate each other. That's what I hear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get it. If I like in any league that I'm like losing in, I'm making trades like crazy. I'm not just gonna sit with my mediocre team and just lose for the rest of the year. I'm gonna pay $200 to fucking get in this league, my guys. That's it. That's my little rant. Trades are fun. Don't feel like you're gonna get robbed. Okay, take a risk.
Especially if your
Take a
team's
risk.
already bad. What's gonna happen? You'll just still be
Like
bad.
what? You're gonna lose harder? Like no, just go nuts.
You will. I mean, I went 1-12 last year. That's what does happen. But like, there's another side of it. Sometimes you just win games.
Yo, but that's the thing, Anthony. Did you ever trade when you were 1-12?
Yeah, I made a lot of trades last year. I think I made 3 or 4 trades last year.
Wow, don't say that. Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow,
I
you're a
flipped
bad
players
trader.
with you.
Don't trade
I flipped like first round players with you. Remember? I think I traded with Dan a little bit. I
What?
tried every 2 ways to Sunday to get out of my bad team and find better players. But the problem is,
Alright.
here's the problem when your team is bad, and this is what everybody's going to run into. Your team is bad. Nobody wants the players on your team. What you have to
Listen.
do when your team is bad is you take the only good player on your team. You have to flip it for 2 like average upside players. I just hope that they power spike.
You know, you
And they
have
don't,
to-
you're bad. And like, okay.
You have to figure out what your teammates.
You have to
want.
massage it. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
what's most important. Gotta take risks. Otherwise,
Here's what you do. You go out, you spend 100 fab on Garrett Wilson, and then you trade him to me for Derrick Henry.
Wow. Wow, that is strong. Don't do that. Don't do that. But you gotta.
If
gotta
anybody
spend.
spends 100 fab on Garrett Wilson, I will give you Derrick Henry.
That's a stupid thing to say. Take it back. Take it back right now. Otherwise, you're a liar.
I am a liar. That's what I do for a living.
All right, listen, boys. Good luck.
I'm not giving you
Week
Derrick
3
Henry.
coming at you.
Bye.
Bye bye.